This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. Fort Wayne-based Vera Bradley announced this morning that CEO Jackie Ardrey will step down at the end of July. The company has tapped Ian Bickley, a former Coach executive, to assume the newly created role of executive chairman to lead the company as it searches for a new CEO. A reason for Ardrey's departure was not given. The company has been attempting to return to profitability through its Project Restoration, but returned it to a net loss in its last fiscal year. Indianapolis-based Catholic Concepts is using its flagship brand to honor Pope Leo XIV. The company has released Pope Leo socks through its Sock Religious brand that was founded in 2017. Co-founder Scott Williams.
We're the people that make merchandise for the church. Our very first design that we ever made was a Pope Francis sock. So we needed to make a Pope Leo sock.
In addition to the socks, there are also 2 t-shirts featuring phrases "De Pope," a nod to Saturday Night Live's De Bears skit, and "The Ope Pope." Warsaw-based Lake City Bank is launching a new division to serve commercial clients in Elkhart and surrounding communities and is bringing back a former employee to lead it. The bank has tapped Gregory Brown to serve as Senior Vice President and Commercial Elkhart Regional Manager. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio. Food trucks are on the rise in St. Joseph County, driven by changing regulations, expanding economic opportunities, and shifting consumer tastes. Carolyn Smith, food service director for the St. Joseph County Department of Health, said the number of mobile retail food permits surged recently, with 59 permits already issued since January.
The change in the fees that became effective as of January 1st of this year, then yes, we have seen a lot more people looking to get a permit for a truck and also a mobile retail food establishment, because we're talking about changing from ours fees were $375 and $325, and now it's $200 across the board for everybody. They are required to have a commissary so that we ensure that the food is being made in a permitted base of operation that's, inspected. But yes, there has been an increase.
A new law authored by Representative Joanna King of Middlebury and signed into law by Governor Mike Braun this year establishes a statewide food truck permit system in Indiana, though that system won't go into effect until 2027. The Indiana Department of Correction owes Indiana jails about $12.7 million in payments for housing state offenders, but there is a plan in place to pay it back starting July 1st and avoid the problem in the future. The state prison system exhausted its appropriation for jail payments earlier this year. At the time, it wasn't clear how much money counties were losing, but the DOC provided a spreadsheet showing a county-by-county tally. Elkhart County has the highest bill at $1 million, with Allen and Marion counties following. Indianapolis-based Goodwill of Central and Southern Indiana and Goodwill Industries of Central Illinois have agreed to merge, the organizations announced Tuesday. The current CEO of Goodwill of Central and Southern Indiana, Kent Kramer, is set to lead the combined organization and says the idea to merge stems from the impending retirement of Goodwill Industries of Central Illinois CEO Don Johnson.
They had a couple of options: go hire another CEO or look at this opportunity to merge, which Don brought to his board and I brought to our board here locally. And it made sense to both of them that collectively we can have more impact in Illinois and in Indiana.
When complete, the combined nonprofit would serve 40 Indiana counties and 21 Central Illinois counties, serving tens of thousands of people. World food champion Colin Hilton is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.